Peyton. Welcome to WSSB Girl TV, where we're strong, smart, and bold. Today we are going to spring into summer. We will explore different sports that you can enjoy indoors and outside. In Poetry Place, Maya will thank our many volunteers. Critter Corner will spotlight the great white shark. And Erika will share her interview with Lucy Nicandri, who plans many of the large events in our area, including the 4th of July fireworks. So what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Hi, I'm Renika out here on the tennis courts, and we are going to show you some basic tennis skills so you can be an ace at your game. Now let's get started. The first thing we are going to talk about is the ready position. The ready position is the main thing in tennis. It gets your body set up to return a serve, play ground strokes, and make volleys. The grip is a way to hold your racket, so you'll have a firm grip on the racket.
Provides access. Go.
Now we are going to talk about the serve. Don't rush your serve. It's the one shot in tennis that you have total control, so don't waste the opportunity. Spend time getting your setup right and get your mind focused on what you're trying to hit.
There you go.
Joining me now is Miss Caroline, our Girls Inc. tennis instructor. So, Miss Caroline, what's the most important part of the game in tennis?
I think the most important part would be strategy, because without that you really don't know what you're doing on the court as far as where to hit the ball and where to place it and whether to approach the net or hit a forehand cross court or down the line.
Next we are going to talk about some basic strokes that will help you beat your opponents.
Forehand.
From the ready position, twist your racket into your preferred grip. As you begin, step out, shift your weight forward. The backhand is one of the hardest shots in tennis. However, with a bit of practice, you can master the skill.
There you go, better. You have no more. One more.
A volley in tennis is a shot that is hit before the ball bounces the ground. Generally, a player hits a volley while standing near the net. Who or what inspired you to start playing tennis?
There were several tennis players that inspired me to start playing tennis. Some of them, Andre Agassi from Bollettieri and Monica Seles when I trained at Bollettieri Tennis Academy here in Bradenton, Florida. Steffi Graf was also a big one, and Chris Everett. I think both of those women were inspiring to women's tennis. They were very classy. They brought lots of class to the sport, and among that, just amazing tennis players.
Thank you. It's time to cool off and learn some basic swimming skills in the pool with Megan.
Hi, I'm Megan, and I'm going to take you diving into some basic swimming skills at the Girls Inc. pool. So let's make a splash. So Miss Ginger, can you tell me some of the basic swim strokes?
The basic swim strokes are freestyle, sometimes called the front crawl, the back stroke, which is also called the back crawl, breaststroke, and butterfly.
Can you tell me why it's so important to know the basic swim strokes?
It's important to know the basic swim strokes so that you can be overall a much better swimmer. The pool can be a really fun place, but it can also be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. So if you know all the basic swim strokes, then you'll be a much safer swimmer.
Now we're going to toss it over to the gym where we're going to make a slam dunk with some basketball skills.
Hey Kiriani, what's the beef on basketball?
Another sport we would like to talk to you about is basketball. We'll show you some ways to beef up your basketball skills.
BEEF stands for balance, elbows, eyes, and follow through. Each one of these is important when you play basketball.
Give me a B.
You need to balance by spreading your legs about a foot apart and keeping them slightly bent. This is also known as the triple threat position.
They call it the triple threat position because you can either dribble it, pass it, or shoot it without moving or changing positions.
Give me an E.
Your elbow should be directly under the ball with your fingertips touching it. Notice that the palm of my hand is not touching the ball at all.
Give me an E.
You should always have your eyes focused on the front rim of the basket.
Give me an F.
Always follow through. This is done by flicking your wrist to add a backward twirl. This improves your chances of making a shot.
After following all of these steps, it should look a little something like this.
B-E-E-F, B-E-E-F, go basketball!
Today's media sponsor commercials would not be possible without the editing team at Brad Bryan Multimedia. Thank you, Brad, for sharing your strong, smart, and bold talents.
Let's join Shakira in the kitchen to see what kind of healthy snack we can take to our next sports practice.
Hi, I'm Shakira.
And I'm Sarah.
And today we're in the kitchen. So Sarah, have you ever gotten onto a field of a big game and suddenly felt so tired and sluggish you just wanted to go home and sleep?
I know I have. When I get ready to pitch for kickball, I always start to feel tired.
Wow. Today, Sarah and I will talk about some of the healthy and unhealthy choices that you can make, and later make a surprise snack.
The choices that you will make before and during a game can impact your performance, so we're here to make sure that you make the best choices that you can.
As a young athlete, you should make sure you get a great breakfast every morning to get your jump start, and make sure your metabolism keeps running.
A nutritional breakfast should include at least 3 to 4 food groups. Some easy food breakfast ideas can be scrambled eggs, toast, strawberries, and milk, or any other combinations.
If you get hungry during your game, you probably want to pack a nutritional snack to keep your metabolism running.
Or if you're asked to bring one, you should probably bring one of these healthy snacks like carrots or apples.
Our surprise snack for today is trail mix.
The ingredients that we will be using are
1 spoon,
plastic bags,
pretzels,
2 to 3 spoonfuls of peanuts,
2 to 3 spoonfuls of dried fruits,
3 to 4 spoonfuls of M&Ms,
and 3 to 4 spoonfuls of cereal. In this case, we're using Cheerios. First, we will add our ingredients.
The things we are using are very healthy and are good to satisfy your taste.
You might want to substitute unhealthy foods for healthier foods. For example, you may want to eat whole grain bagels instead of snack cakes.
Or even 100% fruit juice instead of fruit drinks, or energy or sport drinks. A lot of kids think sport or energy drinks are good before a game, but they actually cause you to lose energy.
Water is an important part of everyone's diet. Everyone should probably drink 2 to 3 glasses or bottles of water per day. I'm Shakira.
And I'm Sarah.
For WSSB Girl TV. Bye.
Hey Girl TV viewers, today we will be exploring the great white shark and its life. Hopefully we don't look like a shrimp to a pup shark. A pup is the baby shark. They eat shrimp and other small meats. Scientists predict that if they eat a big meal, they can last up to 3 months without eating. The largest great white shark was caught off Prince Edward Island in 1993. It was 20 feet long. Some countries, such as Asia, just eat the fin for soup flavoring. The meat is very bad for your health. And then guess what? They throw the shark right back into the ocean. We do have other uses from their body, such as the skin can be used as leather, the teeth for jewelry and ornaments. I bet you've seen someone with a necklace that has a shark tooth on it. The shark's cornea has been used in eye surgery, since its cornea is similar to our own. Your cornea is a very thin layer in front of the other parts of your eye, including the pupil. Great white sharks cannot receive nor have cancer. Great white sharks have great brains. There's a disease known as Alzheimer's disease. Scientists are researching on sharks in order to help people with this disease that affects the memory of the elderly. They are most seen in large numbers around the southern coast of Australia, California, South Africa, and Isla Guadalupe, Mexico. Great white sharks have more attacks on people than any other type. Sometimes great white sharks in the Mediterranean Sea jump out of the water, and even scientists don't know why. Can you sense blood? I know that the great white shark can, and it can sense it from 2 miles away in water. So don't go into the water with blood or with an open wound. Here are some pointers on how to prevent shark attacks for any sharks, because we have other sharks in Florida, such as hammerheads, tiger sharks, lemon sharks, and bull sharks. One of the top tips is to never go swimming without another person or a lifeguard, in the dark or anytime. Don't swim in shark feeding areas. Also, don't go swimming at sunrise and sunset. Those are their feeding times. Don't swim in areas being used by fishermen, as their bait could attract sharks. If you ever see a shark, get out of the water immediately. Even if you aren't sure if it's a shark or a stick, you always need to be cautious. They have about 3,000 teeth, arranged in several rows. First 2 rows of teeth are used for grabbing and cutting prey, while the teeth in the last rows turn into place when front teeth are broken, have weakened, or fall out. The teeth are triangle-shaped, with points on the edges, like our canine teeth, which are the teeth beside your front teeth. Great white sharks never sleep. If they stop swimming, water will not be moving through their gills. It's sort of like holding your breath. Well, we need to finish up, because we don't have as much time as a great white shark can live. That's 25 years they can live up to. And we have less than 30 minutes for the whole show. From Girl TV, I'm Peyton. Bye.
A pool is my favorite place to cool off on a hot and sunny day before you make your next big splash. Let's find out from Kiana how to be smart and safe in the pool.
Hi, I'm Kiana. We all know Floridians cope with the sweltering heat by swimming, but whether you're swimming in a pool or at the beach, you still have to be safe. So today for our smart segment, I've got some tips to make you a smart swimmer. During a training course here at Girls Inc., I learned the difference between a swimmer, a distressed swimmer, and a drowner. A swimmer is anyone having fun in the water. Their head is above the water and their arms and legs are moving rhythmically as they swim along with their friends. A distressed swimmer will be moving frantically and the rhythm is not, well, rhythmic. Now this gets serious. When someone is drowning, they are waving their arms and kicking and trying to stay above the water. If you see a distressed swimmer or a drowning victim, what would you do, or how would you help? Best way is to get the lifeguard if you truly see someone drowning, which I hope none of you do.
Back of the head, go underneath them so they roll over. Her hands never left her head.
Here are a few pool rules you can share with your friends. Know your limits, buddy up or swim with a buddy at all times. Know your skills and swim in safe areas only. Girls Inc. lifeguard Miss Ginger agrees about the importance of pool safety.
The most important thing about girls and pool safety, as it has to do with the lifeguard, is that when you go swimming, the first thing that you need to look for is to make sure that there's a lifeguard on deck that's watching you, or to make sure that there's an adult that's watching you in the water to make sure that you're safe. The second thing that you really need to be aware of when you go swimming in a pool is you need to know how deep the water is. And every pool says on the side how deep the water is. So before you get into the water, you need to know how deep it is so that you're not getting into water that's over your head if you're not a strong swimmer.
So the next time you're in the water, remember these rules while you stay cool in the pool. For WSSB Girl TV, I'm Kiana.
Hello, I'm Erika, and here with me today is Lucy Nicandri, Vice President of Suncoast Charities for Children.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for being here today with us.
Erika, thank you for having me.
What year did Suncoast Charities start?
Well, it started back in 1986, way before you were born. And it started out under the name of Suncoast Foundation for the Handicapped. And about 3 years ago, we did a rebranding process to change the name to Suncoast Charities for Children, because we really were serving children with special needs in the area, and we felt it was time to rebrand it and revitalize some of our special events.
How much money do you raise each year?
That varies. After you take out all expenses and overhead and everything, our net for the year is usually over $220,000. And that's money that can then go back into the community.
Can anybody help raise money for the children, or do you have to be an adult?
Absolutely, anyone can help. We do so many special events a year that we have from age 4 on up to 84 help us. And in a number of ways, people get involved with a lot of our events in the community. People sometimes do events on their own. They may have a bake sale, they may have a yard sale and decide to give money to Suncoast Charities for Children. So there's really no age limit, and we want to welcome anybody that wants to support and help local children to get involved.
What is your favorite event?
Oh boy, this is tough. This is a tough question for me. I have to say there's actually two, and it's probably the two biggest events that I spend most of my time working on during the year. One is the Superboat Grand Prix Festival, which is in the summer, and that's power boats. The big boat, you ever go watch the big boats out in the Gulf of Mexico? Have you ever seen those?
No.
Oh, well, we have big boats that come to town and they race out in the Gulf of Mexico, but we have a number of events that happen during that week. And the other event I do involves motorcycles, and that's in January, called Thunder by the Bay, and that's very near and dear to my heart too. But those are my two favorites. I can't narrow it to one. They're both about equal.
Is it exciting to see all your hard work?
Very exciting. And that actually is what keeps me going. Because there are a lot of hours that go into planning the events and executing the events. But after they're done and you know where the money goes and you can see children that are getting services and help, and I can take people on tours. I can actually take you on a tour one day and show you some of the kids that are being helped. That's what puts it all in perspective and makes it worthwhile.
Do you get to pick out the fireworks for the 4th of July?
Kind of, sort of. I know you don't like that answer. Kind of, sort of. We actually contract with a company, and we have a budget that we work within. And I work with a lot of volunteers. It's not just me. I have probably over 200 volunteers that help me. And when it comes to the fireworks, I have one volunteer in particular that sits down with the company. We tell them what our budget is. They tell us what type of fireworks we can get for that dollar amount, and that's what helps us select what fireworks that we can put out there in the bay during the July 4th fireworks.
Thank you very much, Miss Lucy. For Girl TV, I'm Erika. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, my name is Maya, and I would like to thank all of the volunteers who have helped Girls Inc. in the 2011 and 2012 school year. I would like to share 2 poems and a special poem that came from my heart. This first poem I found on the internet. Raise your hands in the air and give 3 Russian cheers to all of the extraordinary super volunteers. They always share their time with enthusiastic hearts. They appear from out of nowhere to do their special parts. Whenever there's a project or a task to be completed, you can always count on them. They never are defeated. Their smiles are genuine and their attitudes are winning. Surely they must be the ones who keep this old world spinning. So if there is a job to do, don't shriek back in fear. Just see out the excellence of a volunteer. The second poem is a special poem about what I think about volunteers. V is for the various things you do for us. O is for the opportunity we have to share a day or more with a special person like you. L is for the loving person you are. U is for the unconditional gratitude we have for you. N is for the nice things you always have to say. T is for the things we have for you. E is for the encouragement that you give us. E is for the insight that you bring to us. R is for the reason why we love having you here. Thank you. This third poem is called do make a difference. There are many who go the second mile and greet each day's task with a smile, who spend their lives serving others, who work for all children everywhere. When there's a need, they are there. Their time and talents freely dedicate, serving in places small and great. These are the ones we honor today, and to you we wish to say, this world is now a better place because it looked upon your face. In recognition of your dedication to Girls Inc. Thank you. Thank you to all of the volunteers who have all been so kind. Thank you for taking time out of your day to come and volunteer at Girls Inc. We all really appreciate it. Thank you.
So Peyton, what do you like about basketball?
I like how you are competitive and you get to play with friends and enemies, and you have to learn to work together.
It's fun.
It is really fun, and you can do a lot of exercise on it, and you can run all the time, and you can shoot, and it's really fun, a lot. It's fun, and you get to play a lot of stuff. You get to pass it to people and make shoots. I like that it helps me more active, and it shows all girls like me that we can play any game. Just try to achieve your goal. Well, I like how it's a sport that you really get all your energy out, first of all, and that there are so many things you learn and do, so it's really fun. What I like about basketball is that I like it when our team wins and stuff, because we cheer on each other on. I like that you can hang out with everybody, and you know that you can do it. I mean, you can do basketball and try out for a lot of times and lose, but it's always just having a fun time. That's what I like about basketball. Give me a W. Give me an H. Give me an I. Give me a T. Give me an E. All right. Give me a B. Give me an L. Give me a U. Give me an E.
And what is a new skill that you've learned since you've been playing basketball at Girls Inc?
A new skill, a layout, which is when you run up to the basket and then you hit the backboard and make a shoot.
Well, I've learned mostly about the fouls and all, and most of them, and then mostly about the rules of the game. Yeah.
Well, there's travel, and when I first got there was travel. I always traveled, and now I don't. Well, I've learned that it takes a lot of work, and that it's hard. Well, everything, but I've really learned how to be a good team sport and how to always try and be there for other people. Well, I learned that I should do defense, and that I should really run well and cheer on my friends. I've learned about the double dribbles and the travels.
And here with me today is Lucy Nicandri.
I've ridden now for almost 20 years. I started very young with dirt bikes, and I've always had a fascination with motorcycles, and I've had a number of Harleys over the year, Harley Davidsons, that I love to ride. For me, it's a way to relax, great way to meet people, and it's really my passion. I love motorcycles and the people I meet and where I get to ride, and I think I'll always be riding a motorcycle.
Does it have a name?
No. Maybe we can name it after today. It doesn't have a name. I want to think it's a girl, though, because it's strong and it's powerful, so we got to think of girls, right? Mm-hmm. That's right.
What did you want to be when you were a little girl?
Truth be known, I wanted to be an airline stewardess. That's really what I wanted to be. And at the time, I thought, well, you know, I wasn't getting accepted at the time, and I wanted to move to Florida. I'm from New York originally. Came down to Florida. I really didn't know anybody here, and I put my job resume out there and started working for the bank. And from there, just met a lot of great people that I had the chance to work with, and again, got involved with special events. So that took me in another direction. But I thought I'd be flying in the airline somewhere, but that didn't happen. But that's okay. I ended up in a great place.
What or who inspires you?
Wow. You know, I really don't want to narrow it down to an individual. I think for me, what inspires me the most are children or adults that have overcome challenges, whether it be physically or mentally. All of us have a dream. Some of us are fortunate enough not to have challenges physically or mentally to achieve those dreams. And when I see children and adults, maybe it's something they were born with, maybe it's something that they acquired through an accident and they've had a challenge, reach their maximum potential and reach their dreams. That's what inspires me, because it should give us all inspiration and hope in what we're trying to do and achieve.
What advice do you got for girls who want to be in your position you have today?
Well, I would say always go for what you want and aspire for your dreams. And if people ever tell you that you may not be able to make that, you need to keep focusing on what you want. Life is full of obstacles, whether we want to know that or not. And I think once you set your goals and you work hard to achieve your goals, you'll make it. And I think I would just tell the girls out there today that if you have a goal in mind, you need to shoot for that goal and stay focused. Regardless of any negativity you hear, people that say, oh, I don't really think you can do it, stay focused, and if the drive is there and your hard work is there, you'll make it.
Thank you very much, Miss Lucy.